This wall art has earned over $82,673 on Etsy. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can copy this style of wall art in Canva so that you can create your own top-selling product too. What I'll be doing is first showing you different examples of popular styles of wall art on Etsy. As you'll see, combined, the products I'll show you have made over $350,000. And then next, I'll hop into Canva and I'll show you how anyone, including you, can create wall art in the same styles in less than 2 minutes. So then, let's get started. Alrighty, top selling style number 1, the cutout. Okay, so this here is an example of a cutout wall art piece, which I actually showcased in my latest video on this channel. It's very popular with customers. Laura, the Etsy research app, estimates it's made 120,868 Australian dollars, which, when converted into US dollars, is roughly $82,673. So the popular cutout style, as you can see, is very simple. It's just when you take a photo or an image of a subject, such as a cactus plant in this example, and you cut it out and then you place it onto a plain background. As I said, it's simple, but it's highly effective and it can be utilized in many different niches. For example, take the nursery niche. The cutout style is very popular with customers looking for art for their babies' bedrooms. Take, for example, this print-on-demand boho flower nursery poster set here. It is estimated to have made over $27,000. And take these nursery cutout animal posters, which are being sold as a set. They're estimated to have made over 110,000 Australian dollars, which of course when you convert into US dollars is over $75,000. So for this Canva design challenge, I will be creating my own cutout poster using the photos that have been included in the Canva app. And I'll be theming it around the niche of New Zealand because yes, even though there are lots of people that hear my accent and go, ah, she must be from Australia. My accent isn't actually an Australian accent, it's a New Zealand accent because, well, I'm from New Zealand. So to get started, I came over to Pixabay and I did a search for a free photo of a kea, which is a native bird to New Zealand. And by the way, if you want to learn how you can use Pixabay to find free photos to turn into products to sell, you should be sure to watch my latest video, which discusses how to do that. But yes, I went ahead, found my photo on Pixabay, downloaded it, and then uploaded it to Canva. Then I selected the image and clicked to edit it, and I used the crop tool to select the section of the kea that I wanted to showcase. And then I clicked on the background remover tool, and Canva's AI technology removed the background around the kea and made it transparent. And then I went and I clicked on the auto adjust feature, which just balanced out the colors and the lighting of the photo. And then I went and I clicked on the white background and that opened up a color box in the top menu. I clicked on that and that opened up the color picker where I could choose any color that I wanted for the background, and I chose black. And then I just dragged the photo at the corners to the size that I wanted it, and I positioned it on my poster. And look, in just 2 minutes, I completed the challenge. Yay. And by the way, if you're interested in learning how I and others earn passive income every day by taking free pictures that we find in Canva and then turning them into print-on-demand products like posters and wall art prints to sell for a profit, then you should be sure to download my free ebook which shows you how to do this step by step. I'll have a link to it in the video description below. Click on that to get a free copy emailed to you. But for now, back to the video. And let's move on to top selling style number 2. The aesthetic collection. So this here is an example of an aesthetic collection. It is a series of print-on-demand prints of photos taken from the James Webb Telescope. And it is popular, estimated to have made over $29,000. So what makes something an aesthetic collection? Well, as you can see, it's when you have multiple different prints that are in the same look and style, such as these ones here. Now, obviously, as these were all photos taken from space from the same telescope, it is therefore no surprise that they all have a fairly similar look. But that's not the only way to make an aesthetic collection. For example, take this aesthetic collection, which I showcased in my previous video on this channel. It is estimated to have made over $59,000, which is pretty cool. Now, what's interesting is that, like the James Webb collection that I showed you just before, this collection here also features free images which anyone can download online and then legally resell. However, the stock photos that we used for this aesthetic collection here used to look very different. For example, this is one of the original stock images used, and this is another of the stock images that we used. So as you can see, if you want to create an aesthetic collection, you've got two different choices. You can go this route here where you find images that are already in a similar same style, or you can go this route here where you take images and then you edit them to be in the style and aesthetic that you want. For my Canva challenge, I'll be doing the latter, themed around New Zealand's different mountains and landscapes, and as you'll see, Canva's photo options will greatly speed up the editing process for me. So of course, to get started, I came over to Pixabay, the free photo library, and I found 3 photos that I wanted to use that had a CC0 license. Again, if you want to learn more about that, be sure to watch my latest video on it. Then I came into Canva and I uploaded them into separate pages. Then I clicked on a photo and selected to edit it, and then I opened up the filters. On here you can find a range of different filters which give a photo a very different aesthetic. For example, if you chose the hazel aesthetic, it gives it a vintage look. For these posters though, I didn't want a vintage look. Instead, I wanted to go for more of that vibrant, surreal travel aesthetic that you see on TikTok. So I selected Capri, and then I just went and I applied that filter to the other 2 posters. Now this was looking good, but I thought it would be cool if the smoke was more visible from Mount Tongariro, which, by the way, is the volcano that was used during Lord of the Rings as Mount Doom. So I clicked to edit the photo and I selected adjust and I increased the white. And look, within minutes, I'd completed our challenge. Nice. So now let's move on to top selling wall art style number 3, artistic black and white prints. Okay, so this here is an example of a popular print-on-demand artistic black and white art print, which I actually showcased in my most recent video on this channel. It's estimated that these print-on-demand prints have made over $57,000. And this here is an example of a printable digital wall art artistic black and white set. It is estimated to have made over 33,000 Australian dollars, which is very cool. Artistic black and white prints, while very simple in theory, do actually require a bit more advanced tweaking within Canva to look good. So I will show you how to do that shortly. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, me. Yes, there are so many shady sponsors on YouTube that I would rather just sponsor my own videos instead. So I'm sponsoring it today to let you know that if you are interested in creating your own store on Etsy and selling products on there too, like these, you should be sure to check out my e-commerce course, the Ecom Clubhouse, which shows you how to create print-on-demand products and then sell them on Etsy step by step. If you are interested in seeing if my course is right for you, I'll have a link to it in the video description. But anyway, back to the video. So let's hop on over to Canva. And this time in Canva, I'm going to be making a poster themed around the classic New Zealand icon, the sheep. Yes, here in New Zealand, we have a population of roughly 5 million people and 25 million sheep. That is one of the highest ratios of sheep per person in the world. So of course, I started off by coming to Pixabay, the free photo library online, and I found a photo that had a CC0 license. And I of course uploaded it to Canva. Then I clicked on the photo and selected filters and scrolled down to mono filters. Canva has a big range of black and white filters that give a photo very different looks. For this one, I selected the ink filter. Now for this poster, I had a go. I wanted the background to be as plain as possible, and I wanted the sheep to appear as white and fluffy as possible while maintaining their detail. So to achieve this, I had to do a little bit of advanced editing within Canva. So to do that, I clicked the photo and I selected to edit it and I came to adjust. Then I increased the black and I increased the white and I also increased the shadow. And look, it's done, challenge complete, yay. So then, did my video inspire you? If so, you can get my second free bonus gift of my eternal gratitude by giving this video a like and to subscribe. And to watch more Canva challenge videos, be sure to watch my next video on screen. I'll see you over in the next video.